as Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer now kick off day 2 of trade discussions with China in Geneva, after President Trump announced his first new trade deal this past week since opposing reciprocal tariffs in April. The terms call for the U.K. to increase market access for many U.S. products, including U.S. agriculture, creating $5 billion in new opportunities for U.S. exporters. A 10% baseline tariff is still in effect. This is the second major deal President Trump has brokered in the last couple of weeks after inking a rare earth minerals deal with Ukraine just weeks ago. Joining me now with more on the president's trade deals, peace deals, and tax deals in the Sunday Morning Futures exclusive is National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett. Kevin, thanks so much for being here this morning. I want to begin with these talks in China. Tell us what specifically you would like to see. What would be a victory? What is the best outcome that we can expect between China and the United States?
Well, first of all, as the president said, it looks like there's a tremendous amount of progress being made. I expect that the president will announce at the end of the trade talks exactly what's happening. But, we've got a whole team over there getting updates during the talks to make sure that everybody in the White House, all the senior leadership, know exactly what's going on and have a chance to interact with everybody over there as well. I could say that what's going to happen in all likelihood is that relationships are going to be rebooted. It looks like the Chinese are very, very eager to play ball and to renormalize things. And so, what exactly goes on and off the table is in the negotiation right now, so I have to be careful giving specifics. But the president has said that we're essentially starting from scratch with the Chinese, and they seem to think that they really want to rebuild a relationship that's great for both of us.
That would be wonderful. So do you think the president obviously wants to see the Chinese buying more American products because we buy more of their products right now? But will it also have to do with other things like some of the currency manipulation or the spying and the surveillance, of course, fentanyl, COVID cover-up, any of the other non-tariff barriers?
I think the Chinese have brought their A-team to these negotiations. They've got the competence to cover all the topic areas that you've discussed in the room. And we've got, Scott Bessent and Jamieson, two of the best in the business. And so, we'll see what happens. But I think that everybody is interested in putting enough on the table so that we make a lot of progress this weekend.
Scott Bessent, about a week ago, said he would not be surprised to see a multitude of deals announced this upcoming week. And, of course, the president just announced the UK deal last week. Should we be looking at that trade arrangement as something of a blueprint, a precedent of how he's dealing with other countries?
Sure. Yeah, it absolutely is a really exciting blueprint for what we're going to be doing. And Howard Lutnick has briefed me on about 24 deals that he and Jamieson have been working on. And they all look a little bit like the UK deal, but each one is bespoke. Each one's a little bit different because different countries have different things that they've been doing wrong to us, different things they care a lot about. And so, for example, there was the UK auto issue where there ended up being a quota, and that was something they really cared a lot about. And by yielding on that, we got a whole lot for American farmers. We opened up the UK for the first time ever for beef farmers, which they really, really love. And so, yeah, it's going to be a little bit different, but the basic idea is everybody wants to have a deal and everybody wants to make a deal soon. And so you're right, you're going to see a lot more deals in the weeks to come, next few weeks.
And as soon as this week?
I would expect so, yeah. I mean, there are a whole bunch of things that are very, very close to the finish line. In the end, the president has to decide he likes the deal or not. There was a great story where I thought the deal was fantastic, and then the president's like, I can make the deal better, and he got an extra $1 billion in agreement of the UK buying our stuff on the phone by calling Starmer. So my guess is that the president's going to make the last phone call for each one because he is the best deal maker in the world, and he's going to add a little bit at the end, I would expect.
You are also trying to do a deal with Congress on getting the president's agenda passed. You've got some balking about raising the debt ceiling. You've got others balking about not enough spending cuts. What can you tell us about those negotiations?
Right. Well, I'm part of the Big Six negotiations along with Scott, and we report regularly back to the president. The president met with Jason Smith, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, on Friday. I was right there as he was walking in, getting ready for that. And we're really, really pleased with the progress. The Ways and Means Committee is going to have a mark probably Tuesday where they put everything on the table. They've got a sketch of a deal right now, and we're highly confident after communicating with Chairman Smith that all of the president's top objectives are going to be in the bill. And then after that, we expect by Memorial Day it'll pass in the House, and then it'll go on to the Senate and hopefully be there by the 4th of July. And literally everybody thinks that could happen. There's not a lot of disagreement left in either the House or the Senate. And so we're super optimistic that this is going to be probably not only the biggest tax bill ever, but the best designed and the fastest achieved. Think about it. Have you ever seen anything move this fast? It's really astonishing.
Unbelievable. Real quick on where the revenue comes from. The president said that he's willing to raise taxes on the highest earners to pay for the no tax on tips, etc. Is that in the plans?
No, it's not in the plan right now, but the president is clear that he's got the objectives that he wants to achieve for the American worker, like no tax on overtime. That no tax on overtime, by the way, it's a huge benefit. We were doing some estimates that for a typical unionized worker, it might be $100, $200 a week. He's got those things as top priorities in the bill, and then he understands that the House and Senate might have their priorities, and he just said that if he doesn't think they should do it, but if they did it, then he wouldn't veto the bill, is basically what he said. But it's probably not going to happen. He literally is putting his priorities first, and those priorities are in both versions of the bill that I've seen.
Okay. Kevin, thank you so much. Great to see you this morning.
Thanks, Rita. Great to see you.
All right. National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett. And now this.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.